Welcome to No Excuses and week 6 of the 75 Hard Challenge. Yes, I have made it to week 6, and this is the official midway point. It is 50-some degrees today, lower 50s, outside walking in the neighborhood. Look who this fine gentleman and dog is. They might belong to me. Day 37 came, and I have to say, it was probably one of the hardest days for me on this journey. Not physically, because, my body's doing really well. My knee still hurts, but, my body's doing really well. What made it so hard? Because I was battling some emotional demons. Yeah. Everything was a challenge. I did not want to do my morning exercise, and in fact, I cried most of the way through it. I delayed doing my outdoor exercise. I just didn't want to. I pretty much cried the whole way through the day. It was just a really difficult day. For the first time in this 75 Hard Challenge, I actually told myself, just give up, Mary Fran. Just give up. That all happened on the midway point. That all happened on day 37. And luckily it was day 37. I'm like, you know what? I made it halfway through the day today, and I'm going to give it up now. Am I crazy? So I didn't. I did eat a little bit more food than I needed to. Yes, what should have been the most excited, triumphant day thus far of the 75 Hard Challenge was one of the most difficult. It is now day 38. Emotionally, I'm still a battered mess, but I'm not giving up. I have my food calculated for the day. My calories are higher. However, my protein levels are amazing. I need to work on trying to get my protein levels up and my calories back down to the 1300, because I'm averaging right at that 1500 mark. But I'm doing it. It's like about 7:30. I actually have already showered, had breakfast, and worked out this morning. I just did more of a light workout. It wasn't as heavy cardio, but it had a lot of toning in it, and so I was good with that. This afternoon, I do have a mulch pile. Let's look over there. So you can see on the lower driveway in front of the lime kiln that there is a pile of mulch. We had a bunch of trees cut, and I had them put all the tree chips in my driveway at the end of last year, and I have to move them and get them in place. And the weather has been nice. It's a little chilly right now, and I have wet hair, which is why I'm like dressed up like it's winter. But it has been nice. It is supposed to be, in the 50s this afternoon, so I'm going to be moving some mulch. Good exercise, and I'm going to count that as my 45 minutes. I'll probably be out a lot longer than 45. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but you can see where the POW used to be. That's a lot of work. That was like 3 hours of shoveling and then moving. I am totally whipped. My legs just ache. Basically what I did is I filled up a very large, I think it's like a 40-gallon container, but I did it about halfway full. And then drug it over to a stone wall that's probably about 2 feet, 3 feet high. lifted the bag up over to that, and then it's a big hill. And so then I would climb up onto it, and then I would drag the bag to the top of the hill, dump the mulch, and then go back and redo it. My legs are sore from the step up and from the climbing and dragging that big, heavy bag. I didn't even fill the bag the whole way, but it was just heavy. And yeah, my legs are feeling it. But that's good. Good exercise. I did well over the 45 minutes. I was outside for about 3.5 to 4 hours working. So, yeah. Call that a win. I was whipped when I was done and came in and sat down on my recliner. My arthritis in my one knee is kicking something fierce. The other foot is hurting. It's an issue that I've had since I was young, and it typically is just an ache. But every once in a while it becomes a sharp pain, and guess what it is right now? Unfortunately, the pain in both of those are like radiating, so both of my legs just really hurt. That's okay though. When Jason got home, he was like, "Are you going to take it easy tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yep, except for my 1.5 hours of exercise." Pardon the wet hair, but I just got out of the shower. Morning exercise is done. I've had breakfast and just kind of waiting for the hair to dry. This week, I'm struggling. Yesterday, up and down that hill with the mulch just killed my legs and my feet. And today, I feel better. I don't feel as achy and as sore as I did yesterday. So, I mean, that's a good thing. My knees, though, but the arthritis in the knees, the left one is the one that has been giving me problems for the last week or two. The right one today is starting to feel it. And I'm like, no. I feel just really defeated. Really defeated. So I'm outside walking in a graveyard. I honestly did not expect this week to be so difficult. Okay, I kind of had to stop filming earlier because there was somebody there having a picnic lunch with their dearly departed. People that are mourning have priority. So I stopped. But I'm past them now, so it's time to talk again. This week has been hard. This week has been really hard. Food-wise, it's been hard. I have been upping my protein, but it seems like that's making it more difficult to actually keep my calories under 1,500. So there is that. My knee is cranking. I worked outside yesterday and yeah, my body felt it. But I'm here, I'm doing it. Haven't missed a workout, haven't missed food, haven't missed anything. So I am on the downside. I've passed the halfway mark and here I am. This challenge has taught me quite a bit about myself. It's taught me I can do a whole lot more than I thought I could do. It's also showed me how our society wants to take the easy route. Oh, Mary Fran, your legs are so sore from yesterday working out. You have arthritis. You really need to stop. Well, no, with arthritis, the best thing for it is to keep going. Sorry to say. Oh, Mary Fran, you didn't sleep well last night. Maybe you shouldn't go walking today. No, that's an excuse. Maybe I should go walking. So it's been a really interesting thing about our society and how we value exercise and movement. And it's not like I'm exercising really difficult. I'm going for a walk. I'm walking in a graveyard. Does my knee, do I feel it in my knee? Well, yeah, of course. Is it the end of the world? No. And besides, it's like February and 60 degrees. Gotta be outside. You will be happy to know that I'm using my minty green pepper spray here today. Or not using it, but I have it with me. Picked that up the other day when I was shopping. So while I know it's not fail-proof, I feel a little bit better with it. So, yeah. Out getting 45 minutes, minimum of 45 minutes today. So I have a supervisor while I exercise. But I'm getting the indoor exercise done. So I haven't talked about water much, but today I have to say that I scraped it out by the skin of my teeth. Started this morning and I made my flavored water. And even though I wasn't eating at home because I was going out to breakfast, I carried my flavored water with me around the yard the whole time I was out with the dog and sipped. So I actually had a fair amount of water in by the time I started. I did drink water while I was gone, and I carried a bottle of water with me and finished that while I was out and about. But I need to be honest with you and say that I'm sitting here in the back of my head going, okay, 16 ounces for the bottle. The glass was probably 16 ounces. And that was probably this. And I'm like counting in my head, trying to figure out if I have enough. And I don't like it. It just seems like it's all over. It was just very discombobulated. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I just like it when I put my water in my containers in the morning and I know I just need to drink them. I'm not drinking soda tonight because I am reasonably sure that I made my water intake. But I'm not risking it, and I've been drinking, and I'm drinking a sparkling water. Because in my book, this counts for water. And that way I know for sure I will have gotten it because I don't want to cheat. So, yeah, water for the first time was a little bit difficult for me today, but that's okay too. It's called 75 hard for a reason. So I made an executive decision today. This morning I woke up at 5 o'clock. I did my exercise. And then I had some stuff. I knew I was going to be leaving the house about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I had to get the dog out. So I took the dog out about 7. And she and I were out until about 7:40, walking around, just hanging out. My plan was to go out, spend the morning doing my stuff, and then come home and go for a walk. It's gorgeous. It was gorgeous outside. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. But the exercise, followed by the 40 minutes with the dog, followed by being on my feet all morning until we got home, except for the drive, and my knee was cranking. And I'm just like, you know what? 75 hard isn't ripping your body. 75 hard isn't about ripping your body apart. It's about doing what you need to do. So I ended up taking that 30-minute bailout for the outside exercise. And I just kind of sat around, did a little bit of stuff on the computer, relaxed a little bit. It wasn't a whole lot of time, but I just kind of took it easy on my knee. And up making dinner right now, and my knee feels a lot better. It's not like, it was bad. So made an executive decision. I'm still in the game because it is the 30 minutes. I did do the 30 minutes with the dog. That is kind of the blessing. I usually do about 30 minutes with the dog in the morning. So that's kind of a good bailout. So there you go. But it's all good. Another morning has been completed with my 45 minutes in the morning. I went way late this morning. I did the 45 minutes, not a problem. I did a walk away the pounds video on YouTube. It was with Leslie Sansom, just an oldie but a goodie. It was not very intense. It was not any stomping. And why? Is because my knee is just not doing well. I'm pushing through. I'm doing it. Everything is good. but I don't want to damage my body, and I know that I'm not. I also don't want to sit in mad pain for the next 5 weeks while I finish this challenge. There's a fine line between aches and pains and misery, and I'm trying to find that balance, because with my knee right now, it's been misery this week, and I'm just like, gotta do it. So I took a much lighter day. Another walk in another graveyard. When the wind's not whipping, it's not bad, but when the wind's whipping, it's darn right cold. I had to put on a hat and gloves. Who knew that was right in downtown? That was totally the week of the squeak. I squeaked out so many days that it was ridiculous. My calories were almost always at the very top end of my allotment. There was a day that I barely got my water in. There was a day that I barely got my exercise in. Even the selfie. There's that one day that my selfie was just me. It was an accidental picture. Luckily, I took it accidentally. Reading. There was one day that I almost forgot to read. I was busy. I squeaked that week out. But I did it, and I'm hoping to not squeak this one. I'm going to conquer this one. I'm going to slay this next week. No excuses.